Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Just want to take a minute and show you guys how to set up this lab for the frequency and wavelength lab. So this is the simulation. When you click on the link, it's going to start looking like this. Now, there's lots of stuff you can do with this right now, but if we want to do the lab the way we want to do it, there's a couple things we need to set up. So first of all, like this right now has this thing so that I can do this, and sorry, it's kind of glitchy right now. It's just, this is what happens when you're recording this simulation. It does this, but you'll be able to figure out basically what's happening. All right. First of all, we want to do no end. That just allows the wave to go through the window. We want to keep the tension on high, and we want to start to oscillate. Oscillating lets it kind of go back and forth like that. But notice how that it's kind of like lowering like this. It's because it's what we call dampening. It's like trying to make a wave like a really heavy rope. And so we want to turn that dampening all the way down so we get nice and this. Okay, so in this lab, you're going to be testing frequency and wavelength. So we can put in slow motion even there, pause it. We have a crest. We have the amplitude right there. We have the wavelength, which we typically measure from crest to crest, but we also have a trough. But again, we typically measure wavelength from crest to crest. And so to measure it, we can pull up this ruler. Oh, sorry, that's the timer. And here's the ruler. We don't really need this one, but we would like this one. So I can measure wavelength, so on and so forth, and try and be as precise as possible. And down here on the bottom is our chance to measure frequency. So I can change the frequency how I'd like to whatever value, all the way from 0 up to 3, and see, what is the resulting wavelength because of that. Again, the screen's just a little glitchy just because I'm recording this simulation. All right. I mean, you can do it in fast motion, but it makes it a little harder to tell. But like I said, you can just pause it, measure wavelength. So you're trying to find the relationship between frequency and wavelength, which we could do trough to trough. It should be the same, but typically we do it from crest to crest. I think it's just kind of what we typically do. So oscillate, no end, no dampening. We need a ruler. You can measure frequency and wavelength. All right, good luck, and may the science be with you.